Greetings, one and all. I like that. It's a responsive audience. Well, welcome this evening to the second Meet the Playwright of the series here at JCAL, Jamaica Center for Arts and Learning. This evening, we are going to see a new play by Krystle Adams. I always forget things like my name when I get up here. I knew everything before I came up. Krystle Adams, the name of the play is The Father Chronicles, and I'd explain everything, but you have a really able cast who will do all of it. Once again, this is a monthly series, once a month, last Monday of the month through June. I have been given some indication that we might be starting this up again in the fall of this year. So thank all of you for supporting. For those who are new to the place, enjoy yourself, say what you got to say, put it online, share, etc. We're also doing this a live cast with YouTube. So for those who can't be here, or people said, I really want to come, but I can't, tell them to go to YouTube, jcal.org, Meet the Playwright, and you'll see it again. So please, those of you who are here, share, talk about it, tell your neighbors, tell your friends, because we really would like to continue doing this. So before I go any further and take way too much time, we're going to start The Father Chronicles by Krystle Adams. See, you guys are learning very well. Congratulations. Thank you.
You want to become part of the family. You want to be my son-in-law. You want to wed my only girl. No in the hell way. Now, I won't insult you or your upbringing, but there's no way your hand and her hand will ever join in marriage while I'm alive. This is my princess. You think you a prince? When was your first date? Do you remember? All you can eat buffet? You think that's where princesses die? Princess, where do I take you for daddy princess time?
Le Pierre Chateau.
That's right. Le Pierre Chateau. I take her there on her birthdays, or when she has good grades, or just to say I love her. Now, do you know why I take her to Le Pierre Chateau? Because of you. Because I'm looking for a young man who will outdo me, outlove, outspend me. When you take a girl to an all-you-can-eat buffet for $7.99 and stand there with your chest stuck out like you done something high and mighty for my most precious little princess, no in the hell way. If you can't afford a dinner, how can you afford a ring? How can you afford a place to marry and a place to live? And what about babies?
Daddy.
How are you going to pay for the baby she may have? How are you going to take care of my grandchildren? You going to have my grandbabies eating out of Bubba's all-you-can-eat buffet? No, sir, I will not have it. Now, when you get to the point where you feel you want to do anything for her, to where you can shut me up, because I've been laughing and talking for a while now. When you can do that, when you can make a promise and mean it, when my girl comes home with flowers instead of air, when my princess comes home with a big old smile and red cheeks blushing so hard from your compliments. And that's another thing. Your compliments ain't gonna mean a damn thing. Because every day I tell my princess how beautiful she is, how special she is, and how loved she is. Never let a day go by without her knowing how much her daddy loves her. Let me ask you, have you ever promised to take her somewhere special?
Promise to take me to Paris.
Paris? You promised to take her to Paris. You see, let me tell you why that's funny. Been done that. Yes, I took her to Paris, the Bahamas, Cape Cod. Family trips. Now, let me ask you. But I'm going to tell you something. Before you ask her requesting marriage again, just think about this. I mean, do you know why I take her to these special places? Because that's the only thing that she likes to go to. And let me tell you, I am the first man in her life. I am also the best man in her life. You see, I made the bar so high because I put all the love in her heart that she could handle. And do you know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because I knew a boy would come riding through here with ripped jeans, riding well below his belt line, thinking he could just do the bare minimum and snag my little princess's hand by taking her somewhere cheap, not acknowledging her loveliness, and making promises that he just can't keep. But you know what?
What, Daddy?
I beat him to it. That's right. I said it. I beat you to it, young man, when it comes to treating her like the princess that she is to me. But you have to treat her like the queen that she is to you. Now let me ask you, are you ready to set the bar high for your queen? If no, get the hell out of my face. If yes, come back in 6 months with a new approach as to how to treat my princess like a queen. So what are you going to do?
You did good, Daddy.
Thank you, princess.
Move over! You're taking up too much space!
No, I'm not. You're taking up too much space.
No, I'm not. You are!
I'm telling Daddy.
No, I'm telling Daddy.
Daddy!
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 What is going on?
She won't give me enough room to lay down.
Space.
Okay, I can hear you yelling from all the way outside.
Why were you outside?
What?
Yeah, Daddy. It's 10 o'clock.
What are you, the Doublemint twins?
Was you gonna leave us?
What?
No, stupid. Daddy ain't trying to leave us.
What'd I say about you calling your sister stupid?
sorry.
Daddy, what was you doing outside in the snow at 10 o'clock at night?
Oh, sweetie, that's none of your business.
That's mean, Daddy.
Yeah, we was just looking out for you.
Noted and appreciated.
So, where did you go?
I went to the bank.
The bank at 10 o'clock?
The banks aren't open at 10.
Was you robbing the bank?
Tisha, please.
Daddy, why was you at the bank?
Time for bed.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh, Daddy.
You didn't go to the bank. You went to go see Shauna and Deja.
What did you say?
Ooh.
Tisha, quiet down.
Ooh.
Lana, what did you say?
You went to go see Shauna and Deja.
That's what I thought you said. Go in the corner and wait on your knees.
So it's true.
I said get on your knees.
Fine. But I don't know why I gotta get in trouble for guessing where you went.
That's true.
Hush your mouth unless you want to join her.
Sorry.
It's none of your business where I went. I don't have to explain myself to you.
But we was just asking nicely. Why we gotta get in trouble for asking nicely?
Tisha, that's enough.
You never want us to mention their names, but we related to them too. We got a right to know. What do they look like? Where do they live? How come you can go see them, but we can't go see them?
I didn't go see them.
Can I get up now?
No. Yeah, get up.
But she was only on her knees for like 3 seconds.
Shut up.
You shut up.
No, you shut up.
You shut up.
Shut
All right,
up.
both of you zip the lips.
How come you didn't go to see your own daughters?
Do you love them?
What kind of question is that? He can only love us.
That's not true. Right, Daddy?
It is true. Daddy don't have room to love other people, only his kids.
We're not his only kids.
Yeah, but they can't share Daddy. He's ours. Right, Daddy? You belong only to us, right?
I don't belong to anyone. You don't belong to anybody. You are your own person, and you belong to you.
You hear that? I'm my own person.
He's just trying to change the subject.
Girls, I'm going to bed. Good night.
Wait,
Daddy,
wait,
don't
Daddy,
go.
wait.
I'm going to bed, and you should too.
Please,
One more question, please, Daddy. Just one more.
Please.
Do you love us more?
I love you the same.
How can you love us the same if you don't go to see them?
You won't understand now, but life doesn't have easy answers. I have enough love in me to share. And it's my responsibility to make sure that everyone that come to this earth on account of me share in my love. You two are my princesses. But I have 2 other princesses too. I don't love them more, and I don't love them less. I have enough love in me to share. Okay? Good night.
Good night.
He loves us more.
You didn't listen to a thing he said.
I didn't have to.
You dumb.
I ain't dumb. You dumb.
I'm telling Daddy you ain't going to sleep.
Daddy!
Hey, both of you go to sleep!
Yes,
Yes, Daddy.
Daddy. John? John Frankson? I know it's you. I know the back of that head anywhere. It's the last of you I saw when you walked out on us. You can't even turn around and look at your daughter after 35 years? I rehearsed the speech for 35 years, and now you can't even. I turned out great. I graduated middle school, high school, college. I even got my master's in mathematics. I was married to a wonderful man, but right now we're co-parenting our children, Jack and Maxine. Yeah, you're a grandfather. 12 and 14 years old. I told them about you, but not much. Why? You lived your life like I didn't exist, and in turn, so did I. It might have been easier to do this if you were dead, but you're not. I was gonna come here and scream and curse you out because you deserve it. You squashed a hole in my heart when you left. And to this day, I have nothing. Nothing. Oh. But I'm okay. More than okay. I've been raising these beautiful kids of ours, and sometimes they remind me of you. And I punish them for it. I punish myself for it. Because no matter how many times you've been replaced, you've never been fully deleted. There are shards of you everywhere. I can't be rid of you. All these years, and I can't be rid of you. Goodbye.
I'm sorry. Nicole! Time to come in, Nicole! Nicole! Nicole!
Yeah, Daddy?
Nicole. Baby, you almost gave me a heart attack. What took you so long? What is that on your face?
It's nothing.
Don't lie to me. You been fighting?
No, I got beat up.
What do you mean?
Well, there's these girls around the corner, and they don't like me, so they push me around, and one of them pushed me to the ground, and she smacked me in my face. And then I got up, and I tried to smack her back, but she was too fast and too big and too strong.
Oh, baby girl. You gotta go back there and kick her ass.
What? Daddy, I just told you what happened.
Oh, please, that was your first fight, right?
No.
No?
Last week, we fought, but I just pulled her hair and then I ran.
Second fight?
Not exactly. A few days ago, I went to the store to go get some now-and-laters. And then on my way back, she stopped me and she tried to take my now-and-laters. And then she pushed me, and then my now-and-laters fell on the floor, and then she stepped on them. So I tripped her. And then I ran away, and I only had like 2 now-and-laters left in my pocket.
Oh, okay, that's too much.
It's okay, Daddy. I can't find another way back home from the store.
Nuh-uh. I will not have my daughter running away from anybody.
But I'm scared.
That's the problem, baby. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Now, don't tell your mother. I'm gonna be your manager.
My manager?
Your fight manager. I'm gonna teach you how to fight.
Me fight? But I don't know how.
That's why I'm gonna teach you.
You can fight?
Huh, amateur boxer bowl 6. 5 years.
No, you weren't.
Okay, I wasn't, but my daddy was.
Grandpa was a fighter?
So everything I know.
But what if I lose?
It's not about winning or losing. It's about not backing down. You gotta have respect, okay?
Okay.
Then drop and give me 10.
10 what?
Push-ups.
What?
I'm gonna make you strong.
I'm gonna get muscles like you.
If you listen to me.
But I don't want muscles like you.
Well, not like me, like you, to fit your body. You wanna be strong and pack a punch.
Well, I want to pack a punch.
Then give me 10.
Okay. One, 2. Can I do 5?
No.
3. No. Can I do the girl push-ups?
You're not a girl.
Daddy!
Coach. Call me coach.
Coach, can I do the girl push-ups?
I'm not training a girl. I'm training a fighter.
But...
Do you want to be picked on for the rest of your life? Do you want different girls pushing you around? Do you want to be seen as a wuss? I can't hear you.
No, Daddy, Coach, no.
That's right. So give me 5 regular push-ups.
Yes, Coach. Got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
You're amazing. Remember that. Mm-hmm. Now repeat after me. Don't let anybody push me around.
Don't let anybody push me around.
Say it again.
Don't let anybody push me around.
Good. Now give me 15 crunches. Punch on your way up. Say it louder.
Okay. Don't let anybody push me around.
All right, 5, 6, 7. See her face.
Oh, don't let anybody push me around.
Yeah, 13, 14. You're almost there. 15.
Yeah,
You did it.
I
Oh. All right. Now I want you to stand with your feet hip distance apart. One foot in front of the other. Are you a righty or a lefty?
Lefty.
Special. So put your right foot in front a little.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now you're gonna hit my hand. Okay? First, you're gonna twist like this. Then you're gonna punch like this. And you're gonna cock your fist back like this.
Like that?
Just like that.
Okay.
Now hit my hand.
Oh, no, Daddy, I don't want to hurt you.
Then you won't hurt me, honey. Go.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Now I want you to see her face. What's her name?
Ruthie.
I want you to look Ruthie in the eye and say, "Don't mess with me."
Don't mess with me.
Good. Again. Okay. Good. Now I want you to see her nose. Do you see her nose?
Yeah, I see it.
Break it.
What?
Break her nose.
Break her nose.
I said break her nose.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Daddy, I don't want to break her nose.
You have to, if you want to be a fighter, you have to be prepared to do some damage.
But I don't want to do damage, Daddy.
Are you a punk?
I don't know.
You're not a punk? Okay, now punch.
I don't want to.
I said punch.
Daddy, I don't want
Coach.
to. Coach, I don't want to.
I said punch.
Okay.
Stop.
Coach, Daddy, I'm so sorry.
Damn. That was special, girl. I'm proud of you.
But I hurt you.
Oh, it's okay. It's all part of the game. See, you a fighter. You were born a fighter.
I don't want to fight, Daddy.
See what you can do?
Yeah?
Remember that. Keep it in your mind and your heart. Nicole Desiree Davis is a fighter. Now you have the power to choose to fight or not to fight. Okay?
Okay.
That's my girl.
Daddy?
Yes?
Can we get ice cream from the ice cream truck?
Sure, baby. Just let me fix this bloody nose.
Okay, Daddy.
Okay.
Hey, Daddy, I love you.
Hey, Princess, I love you too.
Why aren't you playing with us?
Well, I'm playing. I'm just not playing that game.
What's wrong with Princess and Daddy?
That's for babies.
I'm not a baby.
Then why you got the dolls all lovey-dovey like that?
That's Barbie's daddy, and he loves her a lot. He's proud of her.
That's not real life.
What are you talking about?
He corny like that?
Daddy's not corny.
Daddy's not nice either.
That's not true.
He's nice to Mommy, but he's not nice to us.
He buys us candy and takes us to the movies.
Yeah, like every other year.
No, not that long.
You know what I mean, though.
I think Daddy's nice.
Even though he beat you yesterday?
So?
So?
He beat you too.
I never denied it.
So?
So? Wait.
Hey, give me that.
No, wait.
Give me
Let me
back.
show you something. Okay. Now. Which one of you took my Snapple without asking? Oh, so you not gonna talk? Was it you, Alice? No, it wasn't me. It was Edith. No, it wasn't me.
That's not what happened.
Well, Alice is saying it was you, but it wasn't me.
Edith, you ain't right.
I work too hard. Y'all's just a couple of ingrates. All the work I do around here can't even get a damn Snapple to myself.
Ooh,
You said a bad word. Damn you and damn you too. Go on, get the belt.
Okay, Edith, stop now.
But what did I do?
I saw you rolling your eyes.
I wasn't rolling my eyes. Alice, was I rolling my eyes? No, she wasn't rolling her eyes.
Mind your business. Edith, go on and get the belt.
But I didn't do anything.
Edith, stop.
What I tell you.
Please, okay, please don't hurt me, please.
Well then tell the truth. Did you drink my Snapple?
I'm sorry, I didn't have any water, and I was so thirsty, and it looked so good, and you weren't home, so I couldn't ask. I only took a couple of sips.
Well, I hope it was worth it, cause you gon' get whooped for every sip you took.
Please, no more. I don't want Daddy to beat you no more.
Look, Daddy's pants fell to the ground, and he fell. And now we beating Daddy.
Look, I'm beating his butt.
Yeah, beat that butt, beat that butt.
Edith, you want to play checkers?
I have a lot of dreams about you. Once I was swimming on the beach, and I get too far out, but you catch my hand, you pull me in close, and I wrap my arms around your neck, and we swim back to shore almost like a dolphin. Or you save me. These father-daughter dances. I'm wearing this big, fluffy green dress, and you're in a black tux from the 60s. I don't know why that era, but you look good. And we dance, and you sweep me off of my feet, literally, twirl me around, and I'm like, whee! You know? Up in the air like a butterfly. But then I wake up. But I go back to sleep because of the last dream I have. Paris. We go to Paris like you promised, and it is beautiful. The Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, the croissants, and the French, and you speak fluently. And I watch in pure admiration as you just show me around town. And then I wake up for real. And you are not there. There's no Paris, no dress, no rescue. Just me. And only me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you left. I don't know why you didn't try to come back, but I'm okay. So don't worry about me. All those dreams I had where you're filling a void, I don't have those anymore. Maybe I should thank you. Maybe I should thank you because I learned that I was worth loving and spending time with, even if you didn't. Maybe I should. No. Okay. But I won't, because those lessons weren't gifts from you, they were residue. The outcome of actions you didn't take. So, maybe you should thank me for doing your job and raising myself. You're welcome.
Dad. Easy.
Where we going?
To the easy chair.
Okay, great.
Almost there.
Got it.
Okay. And here we are.
Oh, perfect.
Want your socks on, Dad? You seem cold.
I don't need any socks.
You sure, Dad? I don't mind getting them for you.
What? You don't like my feet?
Dad, your feet are beautiful.
Why, thank you, child of mine.
Yeah. These nice looking socks.
I agree.
You styling.
I do try.
You don't have to try.
These are the socks I want to die in.
Dad.
Now, hear me. I don't have much time left.
Dad, you have plenty of time.
It spread.
It couldn't have. All that chemo? There's no way that it didn't.
There's nothing left they can do.
Dad, you can't be serious.
Hey, we had this discussion. I told you there might be a chance that the chemo wouldn't work because we got it too late. The insurance costs didn't help either.
Okay, then let's find another way. Let me call the doctor or a second opinion or something.
I've already come to terms with my maker. He told me I'm coming home soon. Maybe if in a few weeks, maybe in a few days.
Okay, let me make some calls. There has to be one of those organizations around that could listen to our case.
I don't want anyone to listen to my case. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm ready. I know you ain't, but I am. I'm ready.
Dad, you can't leave me. I can't do this life without you. And you still have to meet your grandson. I don't know how to be a parent.
Take all of the things that I did that you like and make it better. Don't do the things that I did that hurt you. Know better. Learn better. Be better.
Dad.
I don't know how much time I have left, but we have the now. Do you want to spend it with me arguing about how much time I have left? Or do you want to get us an expensive bottle of bourbon and shoot the shit and remember the best days that we had?
Dad, where do I buy the bourbon?
I got a bottle of bourbon straight from Kentucky under my bed by my shoes.
Clever.
I do try. There should be some plastic cups there too.
You have a little bar under there?
Don't tell my nurse.
Cheers.
What are you doing? We got a toast.
Sorry. You do it.
Cheers to life. I've had the most beautiful moments as a father. I've been an ass. I've made some of the biggest mistakes in your life. But I like to think that I've done some good. I gave it my best, and I gave it you all. The good, the bad, and the puberty. I have a few regrets. I could have said I loved you more. I love you. A toast to the love of a father to his daughter.
Cheers.
Cheers. I can't believe my eyes. You're grown. I know what you're thinking, but I can't erase the past. I'm not gonna say it. I've paid for my sins. I didn't see you down the aisle. Or go with you to graduation. Or see the birth of your first son. Or the birth of your first daughter. I didn't take you in my arms when your friend died. I didn't take you to the hospital when you fell and hit your head. I didn't visit you when you moved away. I know I done wronged all of you. I know what I done. I'm not gonna say it. But look how resilient y'all have become. You're thick as thieves, tough as nails. I did that. So much time lost. So much time. Like sand through my hands. And I can't get it back. Neither can you. Don't cry about it. I can't get it back. You can't get it back. That's life. That's what life gave us. Truth is, I got the short end of the stick. And so that's what I gave you. The short end. Now, divide that by all of you and well, that's a pretty damn short end. I don't have much time left. I gotta go. Maybe there still be no resolve. Maybe no closure. But imagine me. Imagine me being everything that I haven't been and everything that I'm not. Imagine me being there, saying the words you want me to hear. Now hold on to that. Keep it close to your heart. Keep it close and hold on to it. That's what I can give you. The dream of me being everything you want me to be and the reality of me not. And though I can't start over. Know that I love you. I'll be gone for an eternity. Where will I go? Hell if I know. But I'll always be reminded of everything that I had and gave up. You. I think it's time to go now. Don't you think?
And there you have the Father Chronicles. I'd like to, are we on? Yeah, we are? Yes. Okay, I'd like to introduce the cast, if they are fully dressed, even if they're not. So first of all, Father is Rick Reed. Daughter one, because there's no way to give you all the names. Daughter one is Sandra B. Lou. And daughter number two is Sajda Waite. And then I'm going to tell you about the person who wrote this. It's Krystle Adams, and I'm going to ask her to come up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, have a seat. Gentlemen, have a seat. And if we want to do the house lights back there, we could do some question and answer. So if you ask a question, I'll repeat it because we don't have a mic in the house. Okay, and make sure that Krystle's mic is turned up. See? Perfecto. Okay, question from anyone. Give me house lights because I'm going to start squinting at things and, you know, it's nothing personal.
Hi Krystle.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. First of all, I just want to say that it was beautiful. It was touching. It was inspiring. Shout out to the cast. You guys did a well job at delivering her message. So my question is to you: is what inspired you to write this?
Okay, and I hate to do this because we're doing this online, so this is all going out. So I have to repeat the question, which is, what inspired the playwright?
Yeah. Okay, well, actually this week, a couple of years ago, my father passed away.
Oh.
And that's a
Dramatic.
I'm guessing he didn't like the play.
Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so now continue.
Where do we start? My father passed away a couple years ago, and I didn't know what to do with my feelings. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know what was correct. I remember calling one of my friends, and he just listened, and I remember telling, finding out and just being very confused and just in shock and just angry, but not sure why I felt angry. And my father and I had a very estranged, strained tumultuous relationship. And so it was like, what am I missing? Am I missing what I had, what I didn't have, what I wish I had? And so I just decided, I think I'm just going to take all of those feelings and accept all of them, and funnel it somewhere so that it's coming out. And it came out in writing, in bits and pieces and chunks. It came out if something happened on the street or in the news, or that triggered like a father-daughter story or a father-son story. I have another part that's also father-sons. I just would write, and that's really what inspired it. It was his death and trying to figure out what the correct way to mourn would be. It came out in this. Thank
Question?
There's a saying that you write what you know. At any point where you were writing this, did you feel like, am I letting too much of my insides out for the world? Or?
The whole thing. No, the whole thing. I think I agree with that quote to a certain extent. I think you write from which you know, but I think it's more like you start with what you know, and then you kind of branch out, because if you just stay with what you know, then I think that creates a box of stories, and you can't explore. With this, there are lots of little nuggets of truth, lots of little sayings, or lots of little things that happened that I just exaggerated. So it came from something I knew, but it became bigger. It started with what, a memory or something that it triggered again from the news or something, and then it became bigger and more expansive.
Being that you said that the motivation behind this play was because of the passing of your father, was the relationships between the actors and the father, was that a carbon copy? Was it mirrored on your personal relationship with your father, or your personal relationship with siblings or your family?
The gentleman is asking if the relationship between the father and the daughters within the play are mirroring directly upon yours.
That's a loaded question. Oh, no. Some of it. Some of it is parallel. Some of it is, again, like an exaggeration. And some of it is more accurate than I'd like to tell.
Okay, close enough. Another question I saw a hand, yes.
Yes, what do you want the audience, what did you want the audience to walk away from, or walk away with?
What do you want the audience to walk away with? I'm sorry, but yeah.
A couple of things. I always say when I talk about this play, it's not an homage play. It's not a play that's like necessarily saying, this is so-and-so, and this is how it's not supposed to be done, or this is how it's supposed to be done, or learn from this. It was really just, even though it's called the Father Chronicles, it was about the process of mourning and what comes from that, and the effects that a person can have on you as a daughter or a son when the first relationship in your life is with your father and mother, or parent, I should say. So I think there are a lot of ways to answer that particular question, because I want audiences to know that sometimes, you do get the short end of the stick, and sometimes you don't. What do you become because of that? What is the outcome? The many stories, the many characters played here, there were so many possibilities, from being a very spoiled girl in the very beginning to, a girl who can, only physicalize through dolls her experience and her relationship with her father. And so I think for me, it's just for the audience to know that there is a huge smorgasbord of different kinds of fathers that exist, and, you know, pick and choose, you know, and see where you fall in line with that. And then I would also say, you know, if you're a father, if you have a father or are a father, like, learn to forgive the things that have hurt your children, and then be better, you know? If you have a father who is, you know, loves and protects and does all those things, tell him I love you, you know? If you don't, pray for him, or learn that forgiveness process so that you don't end up becoming that person who is so jaded that the decisions they make jade everybody else. That's a long answer, sorry.
It's a loaded answer. Yes, you, sir.
This is for the cats. First of all, congratulations, you guys again.
Yes.
And with that being said, did anything in the play, because it really came off powerful, is there anything in the play that you guys can relate to as far as personal experience, or you just that talented? You just put it out?
To the actors, the audience would like to know whether it's something specific within the play or the characters that you relate to personally.
Well, doing this made me come into contact with a lot of feelings that I didn't know I had, because I learned early in life to repress a lot of feelings, because that was the way that you ignore things and maintain that myopic focus and keep going towards whatever your goals are. And doing that, I can say, helped me to accomplish my goals. But I also was made to look at the different fathers in my and my children's lives. So my father was actually the exact opposite of this person, of these people. He really was just 1,000% there. Just when I think about, you know, miss him to this day. But then my kids, I have 3 kids. One of them has a father who had a second chance at life so that he could try to put a relationship back with his children. And he basically promised that to God on his deathbed in London when I went to visit him when he was in a coma. But then he came back, didn't do a thing, didn't even call, didn't call them birthdays, didn't do anything. So I can identify with my kids, and that helped me with this. Then the other one has a dad that's kind of just, you know, she's watching, I shouldn't say it. But no, he's a nice guy, but he's a little bit in a different realm of life. And he's always been there. He's an artist, and he's just out there, and he's so not really on the ball either. But then I feel bad because I come from this wonderful dad who just pushed me and pushed me and pushed me to do so many things that I've done. I mean, I've accomplished a lot. So it made me look at all these different fathers. Oh, and the father of the 2, the one that got the second chance at life, died in September. So there's no more chance there. And it just hurts.
Okay, Sasha, because I'm going to talk to Dad in a minute.
Well, yeah, I think that, I don't know, no human being is perfect. And so I feel like for me personally, like my own relationship with my dad, I see both things. I see the dad who taught me fishing and did teach me to swim out on the beach, but held me, you know what I mean? And then I also see the points where he wasn't the person that I wanted him to be, and I, you know, found myself having to take a step back and like protect myself from whatever pain I was feeling that came from him. So I think, yeah, I think we, you know, just use, I think kind of like Sandra's getting at, like because that's such an important relationship for a lot of us, whether father was there, father was not, kind of somewhere in the middle, it's always going to fuel, I think, what you do when that relationship is presented to you as an actor. So, yeah.
Okay, Dad, Father, you awful, beautiful, wonderful, braggadocious person.
For me, I guess there were 2 fathers in particular that somewhat resonated with me, being a father and you know, having daughters. You know, one was Nicole and James. because, I always have felt, that girls should know how to defend themselves and not simply take anything. I mean, in this case, it was girls against girls, but just generally, have always had a very strong conviction that females should be assertive, and aggressive, not in a negative way, but definitely assertive and aggressive about their own rights. So I kind of like was able to raise my second daughter in completely in that mode. The other father, which somewhat resonated for a different reason, was Tracy and Benjamin, to the degree that, as a father, I think, when you are really sincere in that role and you try to raise your kids, you do try to do the best that you can, and I think all parents that are sincere in that regard try to do that, and of course you realize that you haven't always done, the best necessarily. But I think, in the final analysis, you like to feel just like Benjamin said, that you've done some good, and you gave it your best. And for me, I feel that that's what's the most important. It's not that you always get it right, but that you give it your best. And so those two fathers resonated with me in terms of, I guess you'd say personal experience.
Not Big Daddy?
Well, I mean, I did like Big Daddy, because, he, is very assertive in his own way, you know what I mean? And certainly I can kind of like relate to some of the stuff that he was saying, so I like the character for his, braggadocio and that kind of stuff. And I also liked, the character of the final father. In the sense that, I felt that he was a very complex kind of individual that had a lot of baggage, and for me as the actor, I found that challenging and fascinating at the same time to, in the time that I've had to work it to try to portray that.
Okay, I have a question for all the ladies, and I'm going to get to both of you because I didn't forget. How many women related to any of the fathers, just by applause? Did any of you relate to? Because there was like a particular one where every time I had to direct, because I'm sorry I directed, every time I had to direct the scene, it's like, because I had to step back and go, okay, this is not about you, Brenda. Even though I could have, but we won't go there. But I found a lot of women are going, okay, I know that's going on. Tommy, where are you? I think I saw you.
First of all, that's Ian's great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to assume that writing this was emotional. And did you find any closure or peace afterwards?
The audience member is asking if you, the playwright, got closure having wrote this about your father.
Closure.
Or peace?
Or
Resolution,
peace.
something.
Peace, resolution. This is a play that I feel that I'll probably write the rest of my life. It's a play. When you're grieving, they're never gone from your mind or your heart. There may be a few days that skip, or an hour or two that skips, but they're never gone. And I believe that with this play in particular, I had to be a little girl, an artist, a teenager, a grown-up, a mom, a wife, and all of those characters had to some way, somehow connect to the relationship I had with my father. And so I had to be very creative in creating and deciding what closure meant to me, because I knew I wasn't going to get it from him, and I wasn't going to get it from him even if he was alive. So at a very young age, I had to decide what peace was going to look like for me. Peace for me was forgiveness. And when I forgave him, that helped me to move on with my life. When he died, it didn't change forgiveness, but it triggered a whole lot of things, because again, it was about mourning, but what was I mourning? Was I mourning this person who was mostly absent? Was I mourning this person who gaslit? Was I mourning this person who we did have beautiful moments with? I couldn't ignore that either. So closure is it's an image for me that I'm constantly changing the definition for. So closure, I don't think it's a yes, but I don't think it's a no. I just think it's a new definition that I've created for myself.
Ooh, so there. There was a question over there.
So as someone mentioned, when writing, we write what we know, but also, I like to say that we also write what we wish to know, right? We're allowed to kind of get on stage and allow ourselves to play make-believe in a room full of strangers, right? What were your points of discovery as an artist, as a human being, as a woman? Like, what did you discover about yourself as you were peeling back these layers? I'm very curious.
What were your points of discovery for yourself as an artist, as a writer, as a female, personal, professional? I know I'm kind of winging that one. What were your points of discovery as you wrote?
Surprise that I am not impervious to surprises. I was very surprised by a lot of emotion that came out, a lot of different feelings that came out. That was a big one, that, I guess I'm not too old for surprises, and I'm not too old to feel very deeply, even if I don't know what that emotion is titled. I feel like as an actor, as a writer, as a mother, as an artist, that the soul runs deep. It runs very deep, and it takes hardship, it takes complexities of life, it takes tribulations to learn how deep the soul can go. And I've learned not to be afraid of the many, many, many feelings that come up, that they're there for a reason. Like, we have tear ducts created so that we can cry, not just to clear off dust from our eyes. Like, we have, different parts of our bodies that emote in different ways. It's a blessing. It's not a curse, and we shouldn't block it. And so I learned through writing and laughter, and tears, and pain, and confusion, that I can keep going because I'm not afraid of what I feel.
Well, there was, yes, sir?
I'm not sure, but I didn't think, I heard you mention your mother in this catharsis, and whether she created a hostile environment where you would castigate your father in a certain way. Because they do create a certain atmosphere where, good or bad.
Where's mom? That's the
Where's
question.
mom?
Okay, we're just going to leave
Yeah.
it like that.
Okay.
Thank you, Roberto, but no, there's no, I was going to figure that one out. So where's mom?
Yeah, so my mother is still alive, and my mother and I are very close. I chose to keep things that were relationally between my mother and father out of this, because it was about the father-son, father-daughter complex. My mother has always been an encourager of forgiveness, of making things right, of making the absolute best of any situation, seeing it as a way for God to take you from one place to another level. And so that's what I have from her. But I purposefully made this specifically about fathers because before my father died, I had no play. I didn't have anything to write about. This didn't exist. That's actually not fully true. I did have a play called Father Chronicles, Daddy Diaries, excuse me. It was called Daddy Diaries. And, but I started it and I didn't finish it because I was just like, I don't see, there's
Wasn't
nothing
Mr.
there.
Brady?
It wasn't. It wasn't.
Dad.
It wasn't ready. It wasn't ready. And so, when that happened, there was a stream of stories that came out.
There was one more hand over there. Okay, there's two more hands actually. Yes.
Hi. How did you decide the order of each scene? And is there any meaning in the composition of how they're arranged?
How did she decide the order of the scenes that you saw this evening?
Oh, that was tough. I basically wanted to make sure each character had a monologue, and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't like you were getting monologue, because I didn't want it to come off as a speech, and I didn't want, I wanted to play around with the tones, the emotional tones, so I tried not to put all the lighter things in the beginning and leave nothing at the end, but I didn't want to put the heavy stuff, and I didn't want to start off the play like, oh my God, what am I watching? I wanted to kind of lean you in and kind of put you on a ride, if that makes sense. And I purposefully, if you notice in the last monologue, it's not necessarily a happy ending. It's just an ending. And that was very important to me, that it not be a cherry on top or a button. It was just something that, you leave and you say, okay.
What she's not mentioning is there's actually a lot more play. This is just really snippets from the play itself because we had a time constraint. Go figure. And so she was very nice enough to lop off an awful lot. So there's a lot more powerful stuff, but we couldn't do it within the time constraints. So sooner or later, you'll see the whole thing and say, I saw that the first time around. So hold this and circle this on your calendar. Someone raised their hand over there, yes.
I just want to, it's not a question, but I think for me, what I thought was like really powerful that kind of like hit me was a couple of things. I think the dynamic of seeing how one person, the father, can be seen in different ways through different lenses of different people. Like he had two daughters who saw him different, and then he had the older daughter who had this resentment and this feeling towards him that didn't get to spend with him. And it's like one person can be so many different things to different people that come from him.
Right.
And then his perspective of who he is as a father to different women. And what was that? And then you had two women raised in the same household who had different kind of outlooks on their dad, right? Like it's just kind of like, well, you were this dad to me, you were this dad, and we were in the same household. And I thought that was fascinating. But it was something that the dad said when the girls asked him if they saw the other siblings, and he was like, I have enough love for you all. And it kind of reminded me of like God, like God's love for us. Like, you know what I mean? Like nobody's his favorites enough. I have enough for everybody. And I don't know, when he said it, it just was like very like, I don't know, groundbreaking, because it's like the perspective of children to ask their father, where were you? To be cognitive enough to know he has children, were you out there? Why don't we ever see them? And then his struggle to answer the question. Sometimes as adults, people struggle to answer kids like adult questions children have for them, right? And then it could come, because we don't know how to articulate emotion, right? A lot of times people don't know how to articulate emotion to explain to your children that, and then they're kind of asking, they get from punishment, right? She got sit down because she was right at something, but because he may be flawed in that, couldn't see. It was just fascinating, the dynamic of how you displayed that. And then normally what that looks like in families of when your children are asking you a question, and then him to say, I love them all, and maybe with that, because we didn't know what that looked like, why he didn't see them, it kind of wasn't displayed, but just thinking of different things, it was just really dynamic. Like it was so many things from a psychological, like I'm a social worker, so just seeing things behaviorally.
I could tell.
Oh.
I could tell. Wow, she's way over there.
My mind sees things so differently, so just like the behaviors, the things from his perspective, the children's perspective, it was so groundbreaking just to see it. I think it was done really well. Like it was emotional, it provoked emotion out of me from just a lot of relatable things, and I feel like for people to make that come alive, it was not only written well, but it was acted well. Like they did a really good job of portraying what the message was from the emotions you wrote on. Thank you.
That's all the questions, I believe. Yes,
I got
that's.
one more question.
Okay, there's one more question from the guy in the front.
This is for the two ladies. The play invoked like a lot of emotion out of me. A lot of it made me glad that I don't have a daughter. But anyway,
You're probably glad too.
Question. Which, to the two ladies, which character did you enjoy playing the most?
To each actress, which character did each actress enjoy playing the most?
I think for me, it was Tracy with her father at the end, because, you know, the end is just so much in everything. Any relationship, the end is just so terminal, so final. And when somebody tells you they're going to die, no matter what they did, you really just don't want to hear that. You don't want that. It's like the last thing you want, because you're hoping, if it wasn't good, that there's time for it to be better. And if it was bad, I mean good, then you definitely don't want them to go. So whichever way, you don't want to see them go. And it's just terrible when you find out that there's nothing you can do, there's nothing that can be done, you know, other than, you know, God working a miracle.
And drink bourbon.
Huh? Right, and then you just drink and fall out, and you just say, okay, well, if that's what you believe, then it's probably going to happen. Because once a person really believes they're going, they usually are. They seem to have something that comes upon that tells them, you know, I'm leaving, and they know. So him telling me that was like so shocking. Like, God, you're really gonna go? You can't leave me.
Don't worry.
How dare you leave me?
For me, well, I mean, I think being 8 again is always so much fun. So, you know, always being able to play off of you and being young is like energetically a lot of fun. But definitely Maddie, which is the monologue piece or with all the dreams, there's just so much richness in that monologue. It's the one that I auditioned with. And when I read it, it was what made me say, oh, yeah, like I want to do this, because there was just so much tethering to reality in that monologue that just felt overwhelmingly exciting to do. So, yeah.
What Sasha may or may not know, she was the first person to respond to our call, casting call, and she did that monologue for Maddie. Krystle, check this out. So I sent her the tape. She goes, okay, we want her. And that was it, because she understood Maddie. And it's like, whoa, I just put it up like day before yesterday, and she's already there. She also had it memorized. But it was really bizarre. But it was like, there are times someone gets it and you have to go, okay. And as a director, I have to try to make sure not to get in the way of the actor. Because sometimes, well, I am the director and I can do what I see. Okay, no, that's not the point. So with the ladies and gentlemen here, it's sort of like, okay, go for it. And they all came through beautifully. I know I got on the last nerve. It's okay, vice versa. But that's okay, because that's all part of the process. But I really appreciate what we've been able to do. Krystle actually trusted me. Write that down and circle it on the calendar. This might be the first and last time. With a very precious play, in which, like I said, I relate to in many different ways, both as father and as a daughter. But having said that, that's it. Please give them another hand, and I'll tell you about the next coming up. Next one is in May the 23rd. Normally it's the last Monday of the month, but because the following is Memorial Day, so we thought we're not going to pull you out from the beach in Acapulco. So therefore, it's going to be on the 23rd. It is called Mouthful of Flies. No, it's not about flies. Understand that there will not be any flies flying around here, so it's okay. You don't have to bring your bug spray. By Victor Vauban, is that correct? I don't want to. Close enough. All right, he knows Victor. And that will be the upcoming. And then we have another one called Pearls and Swine, which is the last one for this season, which ends in June unless we change that. And that's Pearls and Swine. So absolutely tell friends about it. Tell them, those who couldn't come, to check it out on YouTube. I appreciate you taking your time on a Monday, because Monday is not always the best play day, but I appreciate you taking the time. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed y'all. Thank you.